Well, time for News Extra program is brought to you by Pinnacle Bank, Mitchell and Torrington, the way banking should be. Kevin Mooney in studio with the show.
Well, thanks, Steve. Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody as you get back to work from that hot weekend. We have Michele Lambert here. She's the Clinical Trials Coordinator at Regional West Health Services. She is a registered nurse. She's going to tell us about a skin cancer information seminar that's coming up tomorrow night over at Regional West. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. All right. Tell us, I guess, first of all, where this is going to be at and when.
It's tomorrow, Tuesday, July 11th, at Regional West Medical Center in the Education Center, which if you go in the front door of the main hospital and take the elevator up to the first floor, you'll be right there at the Education Center.
All right. 6 o'clock till about 8, right?
6 to 8. Dr. Blumstead is going to be talking about skin cancer, risk factors, signs and symptoms, ways to prevent it, and treatment of the various skin cancers.
All right. So he's, in addition to his medical school and residency, he has completed a lot of postgraduate training at a dermatology clinic in Valparaiso, Indiana. So this man's an expert, right?
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yes.
Yeah, we wouldn't have him in if he wasn't an expert, duh. Okay, so, all right, good deal. So, all right, so let's talk about how to prevent skin cancer, and this is one of those times a year where people are putting on sunscreen and so forth, and a lot of times either they don't do it, or they don't put it on right.
Correct.
So what are the things they should be doing?
Well, good rule of thumb is to apply the sunscreen 20 to 30 minutes before you go out into the sun. Sunscreen, the sun protection factor is anywhere from 15 to 75. 30 would be sufficient for most folks. However, if you don't put it on right or reapply it as often as you should, it's not much benefit. So Dr. Blumstead recommends that people use a 50 to 75 SPF.
All right. And you should do that anytime you're out in the sun, even if it's 80 degrees, 100 degrees, doesn't really matter, right?
Correct. Again, 20 to 30 minutes before you go out. Reapply it every 2 hours if you're out in the sun just hanging out. If you're working or sweating, you're going to want to reapply it every hour. If you're swimming, you're going to want to reapply it every time you get out of the swimming pool. You're going to make sure you want to dry off your skin completely before you reapply it.
So if I'm out playing golf and I need to reapply it, like I get done with the 9, I go in and say get a drink or something or whatever before I go on to the next 9, I need to reapply it before I do the next 9 because it's 2 hours every 9, right?
Correct. And we go inside, cool off, not sweating anymore. That's a good time to put it on and wait again 20 to 30 minutes.
All right. Good deal. So if folks don't do this, or even if they do, they need to probably still keep track of certain things that might show up on their body, right?
Correct. And rule of thumb is if you notice any change in the size of a current lesion or mole that you have, if the area should start to get itchy, color changes, you want to bring that to your doctor's attention.
All right. And hopefully you can take care of that before it becomes a problem, right?
Correct. Rule of thumb is it's always best to catch it early.
Yeah. Err on the side of caution, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. We'll talk more right after this.
Have you ever experienced a family-run bank? This is Jeff Pieper, president with Pinnacle Bank in Mitchell. And the beauty of being a family-run bank is that things work the way they should. At Pinnacle Bank, our local staff is committed to running our branch like it were their own. After all, we're your neighbors and understand that good neighbors feel a lot like family. We invite you to stop by for a cup of coffee and experience the way banking should be. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we're back on News Extra. We're talking about a skin cancer information seminar coming up at Regional West Medical Center over at the Education Center tomorrow night, 6 p.m., and they've had good attendance of these education seminars to this point. They're hoping to get a good crowd there tomorrow. And today we have Michele Lambert here. She's Clinical Trials Coordinator at Regional West Health Services, also a registered nurse. We've been talking about the fact that you need to provide sunscreen and all that stuff right away before you even get out in the sun, say 20 minutes before, which I know a lot of us don't do, including myself. But You also should be very alert if you have a history or if you're kind of fair-skinned, right?
Correct. If you have fair skin, you're a true blonde or redhead, you don't tan very well, you freckle easily when you're out in the sun, and if you have blue or green eyes, you tend to be at a higher risk of developing skin cancer.
All right. So, and I think most of those people kind of know that ahead of time, don't they? Don't they, the fair-skinned ones?
They do know it. We all know a lot of things that we shouldn't do, but we still do them. Or we don't do the things that we should. So, again, sunscreen is your friend.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Now, you guys have had a lot of these. You've had educational seminar. You're doing these every quarter, right?
We would like to. We just about 2 months ago was our first one, and this is our second one. And looking at maybe doing one in October, which is breast cancer awareness. We really need to talk to the public about colorectal cancer, breast cancer. Any education that we can provide to our patients, let them know what our facility offers, let them know what kind of types of physicians we have is a good community service that I think we need to provide.
Right. And as far as cancer is concerned and all the different types of cancer, I mean, this hospital is pretty good.
Yes, they are.
Have a lot of people that know what's going on in that area.
Yes.
So it would be good if for you, even if you don't necessarily think you got that many problems, still show up at the seminar tomorrow, 6 p.m. I think you're going to learn some things that maybe you're not doing right now, as I have this morning, as a matter of fact, talking to Michele here. So tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. at the Regional West Education Center. It's not hard to find. You just walk in the main lobby there, go up the elevator one floor, take a right, and it's right around the corner.
Correct.
It's not hard to find at all. All right, very good. Thanks, Michele.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you here.